The night before auditions and all through the house, not a girl was eating. Not even an ounce of food. That's not true. I didn't pig out, okay? I had some vegetable stir fry and some fried tofu that I made. So all veggies, probably super low cal. The stir fry did have some noodles in it, which I did contemplate not eating the noodles. Oh my God, I just realized it has some teriyaki sauce, which probably has a ton of sugar. But we are. Oh well. Cause I'm not gonna eat that much tomorrow, so I'm letting myself get pretty full tonight. Auditions tomorrow, and this is what makes it hard, right? Auditions tomorrow start at 1:30. Check-in starts at 1:30, and then we'll start warm-ups at 2. Which is all fine and good, but it just makes it a little awkward because you know you're skinniest in the morning. You look the best in the morning, and I am not the smallest girl. Okay, I don't know what the vibe is of today. Like, do I need to put a trigger warning on this or whatever, but I don't know. Here's my thoughts on trigger warnings. I don't think they're used, I've seen a lot of people say this, I don't think that they are used how they're supposed to be used. And I also think that some things should not require a trigger warning. Like, if you cannot handle me talking about how I want to lose weight and how I am eating, I think that maybe you shouldn't be on the internet, right? Like, if you are still at the point where somebody even talking about losing weight is gonna make you fall back into your issues, then I feel like maybe the internet, I don't know. Real life doesn't have a trigger warning, right? Like, you can't walk past the Starbucks and go inside and not see the calories on the menu. You know, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. So while I am empathetic to people that have had those issues, I am going to be talking about that. And if you do not want to watch my videos because of that, I'm very okay with it. But I don't know, it's just a part of my life right now, and so I don't know. I'm still at a healthy state with it. So anyways, so night before auditions, I have to get there around 1, and I want to eat a really, really, really light breakfast. Like, I'm basically just gonna eat enough to sustain. Like, only eat enough so that I don't faint. And I know that's crazy, but it's where we are for auditions. The fact of the matter is, I am not as skinny as I should be to be on one of these kind of teams. When you're skinny, you can do whatever you want, right? Like, you can mess up a little bit. You can, do whatever, because the body is a big part of it, because they want you to look right in the uniform, which, I mean, I don't blame them, but I'm just saying this. Like, really good dancers will get passed up if they don't have the body. And the fact of the matter is, right now, in my journey as a dancer, I'm just okay. So I can't really afford to be looking huge. So, I don't know how I'm gonna eat tomorrow, but I'm eating a lot tonight, so I eat less tomorrow when I wake up. All right, these are my shorts that I have to finish rhinestoning. I'm doing it myself. I don't know if I'm gonna add any more to the top like that, but I do. So this is the front, and this is all on the side of my thigh when I put them on. And then I have to do the same thing in the back, because if I don't, it looks crazy. So I'm gonna finish that and also add the band of rhinestones here. And then my top actually has a lot of rhinestones on it. I feel like I should add more, but then I also feel like it has so many that I should just leave it alone, but I'm gonna try it on. So I got too excited because what was supposed to happen was it was gonna be really dense here and then disperse out here. And that kind of happened, but not really. They're kind of just everywhere around here, which is fine. The more glitter, the better. I think I'll add some more in this area and then not add any to the bottom. So like, I'll probably just fill up this space so I still get that same look and leave the rest. But I don't know, I'm gonna try it on first so I can see, like, what and where needs more. I will pop some of them off, but it's gonna leave a mark where the glue was. So I'm about to finish doing this, and the time right now is 12:30. 36. I also need to make up some 8 counts that I can do tomorrow, because when you go to an audition and you have to freestyle, you don't want your freestyle to be off the top of your head. You have enough to think about. So I'm going to make a few 8 counts up, put it all together, practice it a few times, make sure I have it, and do it all again tomorrow. So, yeah, I will check in with y'all after I finish doing this. All right, it is almost 2 a.m., 1:56. I'm done, so they are in the windowsill. Honestly, I don't think either of them look very different from what y'all saw. I don't want to flip them over, but it's the same thing on the back. I'm about to take a shower. Oh, crap. I need to make up that 8 count. I think I'll just wake up early. So I'm gonna take a shower, wake up. The plan is to get up between 8 and 8:45, make my little, you know, whatever. Have some food and then get on to the audition. I don't know how I'm gonna film during the audition. I'll take this camera with me to 2 auditions in the car. And then maybe if we have breaks, I'll try to go out to the car. I don't know. I don't need everybody knowing I'm a vlogger, okay? So anyways, here we go. Road to auditions. First round of auditions. All right, girlies, so turn this way real quick. It is 12:24 and I'm about to leave my house. I'm gonna stop and just pick up some snacks, like those little like, you know, those little like snack packs they sell for kids. I'm gonna stop and get some of that. I pinned my hair up so it will stay curly, and I'll take it down when I'm sitting outside waiting to check in. And yeah, I'll check in again when I'm at the dance studio. So I got to the studio, I went to the gas station, got some little 2 of these. It's all I can eat right now. Just listening to Boss Bitch by Doja Cat because, you know, we need a hype song. And I'm about to go in. So we'll see what happens. Talk. That's quiet. I know the story when we were learning, because usually like you have a YouTube channel. Nobody has anything to say. 27. Not here. I'm sitting here enjoying my meal at the finest restaurant in Dallas. Okay, I finished probably like 20 minutes ago. I've been sitting here. I don't think I made it to Simeon's. I messed up really bad the first time. I did pretty good the second time, but I don't know if it can make up for how bad I messed up the first time. So, yeah. Okay, it is literally the next day. I don't know if I filmed when I got in the car, but I did get cut. I did not make it to Simeon's. I did not give a Simeon's winning performance, which really sucked. Like, I literally knew in the first 30 seconds that I started dancing, I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna make it to the next round, and I was right. Because so you do the dance twice, right? So they teach you the dance, you perform it for the judges, you perform it twice, one time in the front of the line and one time in the back of the line. And that's just to make sure everybody gets seen. But my first time I like totally blanked and I did really bad. My second time, my second time, I think it was okay. Like, it wasn't like amazing, which I think is why I didn't make the semis. Not to mention that I was dancing next to this girl who just has so much like power, and like she was just so good that, and she has so much energy. Every time I see her in dance class, I'll be like, damn, like how do you have much energy after work this late? But so like she was genuinely good. And so next to her, right, I look even worse. So yeah, I did not make it. That girl, by the way, did make the team, which I'm not surprised. How do I feel? So yesterday, honestly, I was just mad because, so the way that we were told it was gonna go was, we're gonna learn a dance, we're gonna do the dance in front of the judges, they'll make cuts, and then we'll move to the semifinals round. But I guess they kind of like, we're trying to do some stuff to make it more efficient on the judges' end. And so what happened was, we did the dance, they went through, everybody got to do the dance in front of the judges, and then they called us in to learn the second half of the dance that would be done in semifinals. So I'm like, oh, maybe they just decided to move everybody to semifinals because it was so hard to choose or something like that. So they teach us the second half of this dance, and then they're like, okay, take some time to practice on your own. And then after we took some time to practice on our own, mind you, this is probably like a 45 minutes of learning at this point. And then after that, they're like, okay, go ahead and go freshen up because y'all are gonna do it in front of the judges in a few minutes. Just for the judges to walk in the room, or like one of the judges to walk in the room and say, okay, if I call your number, you know, you've made it to semifinals and you'll be doing the dance again. If I don't, then thank you for auditioning. We hope to see you next year, whatever. And so then that's how I got cut. And in terms of efficiency, sure, sitting in that room for 30 minutes doing nothing is technically a waste of time, but I feel like they could have built it in as a break or something. They could have just told us like, okay, give us 30 minutes and, you know, we'll recoup after that. But they just used that 30 minutes to decide who wasn't gonna make the team and then cut us. But then I had freshened up my makeup and worked really hard on learning that dance and felt like I was gonna have a redemption moment, but I didn't. But like I said, like, so that kind of, I was just like, okay, I didn't really like that. I didn't really appreciate that, but it's not the worst thing in the world, but I definitely could have left an hour sooner. So yeah, I don't know. Would I try out again? I don't know, actually. Like, this is literally exhausting. Like, I signed up for multiple auditions, and when people were telling me that they were only auditioning for one team, I really didn't get it, but now I do, because what a way to spend a weekend, you know, just to have it. And even if you make it all the way to finals, there's no guarantee that you're gonna make the team. So it's just a lot. Like, if I would have made finals, I would have been, if I would have made it to finals, I would have been there from 10:30 until like, it looked like 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. They just finished at 6:27, by the way. I think I would have been there like 10 to 5, 5 being the earliest to be done. So yeah, it would just really have sucked to like go through that whole thing and not make it too. So I can see how this is draining, and I can see how like me, I've only been dancing for a couple months, so my expectations weren't super high. Kind of would have been like more on the miracle side if I made a team. But I can see, as a person who's like, you know, dedicated a lot of, so like this time next year, I will be probably pretty broken over stuff like this, because I just, man, kudos to the girls that like try out for DCC 5 years in a row, and, you know, or whatever team they're on, they keep trying out, because wow, it's not just some like fun little thing you can go do. I was kind of looking at it that way before, but now I'm kind of like, no, like, well, honestly, once I started learning about the dance world, I knew it wasn't some like fun little thing you wake up and do. Like, it definitely has taken a lot of preparation. I think I've done at least 30 dance classes at this point. It might be a few more than that. maybe closer to 50. Let me see. Let's check Notion. So 42. I've been to 42 dance classes just in the past couple months, which is wild to even look at. But yeah, your girl's been out here dancing, and if I had put in that much effort for like a year and didn't make a team, I think I would be pretty upset about it. So yeah, all of that to say, I'm just really tired. I didn't expect to be this tired, and that's really all. So yeah, that is the whole story. I guess I should put in some clips. I think I'll show y'all the outfit earlier so you would have already seen it. You can ask me questions if you want, but I mean, I haven't made a team, so I don't think I'm the right person to be asking questions to. A few questions that people ask me are like, oh, how did you find these teams? How did you find where to dance? Can I share something crazy with y'all? I know that I am going to make a team eventually. As long as I keep putting in work, I know it's gonna happen, because I was not searching for any of this. It all came to me. It literally started with me getting an ad for an event that was gonna be at the Star, which is where the Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders practice. After I went to that event, I met some Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Okay, I didn't meet them. I took a picture with them. And then after that happened, I got an ad for Dallas Cowboys cheerleader tryouts, and I've always wanted to do that my whole life. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, you know what? Let me start chasing my passions. Like, I had been trying to figure out like what I really wanted to do. You know, like why I was kind of always bored and like just not feeling stuff. And I realized it because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And I've been living this very safe life. Like I picked the safe option, even though I've always known that, you know, I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I always knew that I wanted to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and I wasn't really trying for any of that. My plan B has really been plan A this whole time. I haven't put any energy into plan A, which was to, you know, be a star. And so I started doing that. I just looked up dance classes in Dallas, and it really just came from there. Like, after I started looking up dance classes, of course, Instagram did the work for me and just started showing me stuff. And I live in Dallas, and there's a lot of different dance teams you can be on. So I'm lucky in that way. But yeah, I just literally searched adult dance classes in the name of your city, and you will find them, I promise. And I will say though, this has cost me a lot of money. Like, probably only about probably only about 7 of those classes costs like $14. The rest of them were $20 a piece. So if you want to do the math, 48 times 20, that's how much money I've spent. Or I guess you could do 38 times 20, that's how much money I've spent on dancing. Not to mention that I've started paying to get my hair done, well, done differently. I had to buy new makeup. I had to, what else did I have to do? Hair, makeup. I already had clothes because I was already on the workout kick, so I already had practice clothes. Oh, but the costume that I had to buy for auditions, like, it's a big investment. So if you decide to do this, you know, just be ready for that. Don't be surprised, and put your heart into it, and know that there's a million girls that you're going up against, but it'll be fine probably eventually. I don't know. I don't really have too many encouraging words, just words, regular words. So that was my first audition experience. I'm so tired, and I guess I'll see y'all next weekend. Bye.